Oh. Yes!
Gonna do an Under Legion run, Eka Under Legion. I was doing this a little bit earlier today, and I felt like I kind of botched it, and I wanted to do it again. All right, we start with Bloody Moons and Rots and a Nightingale. Very big spell casting. Split Anvil, let's go. Okay. I suspect Silver Empress is the one that is better with Under Legion, but I'm not sure. Maybe the Split Anvil lets me spell spam a lot and I go Spellweaver instead. I'm gonna try Silver Empress. I have thoughts on this. I'm still working on it. Hey, so we've moved on to our Luna Coven runs. I finished up with my first run through of Lady Gilda. So we're on to this wiry little tart. She is tiny. She is spellcasty. So we're gonna be playing a lot of spellslinging type runs. Let's throw some magic at it and hope it works. I've never really played with these Nightingale guys. Right, I get energy back from the kill. Let's see, what am I supposed to get? Am I supposed to carry on this car or this car? Lunar Echo. I think my goal is cast enough spells, build up enough stuff that the Nightingale carries? Well, this is actually the only floor where the mushroom lives. Never mind, he doesn't even live there. Irrelevant. Multi-strike turn. He's almost getting killed on spikes, but not quite. So this is the thing that's about Silver Echo, is once every other turn, we can create a spell. And that's what helps this build spell spam. I'm gonna start building up over here because it lets us kill a miscreant and get one less chime in our deck. We're gonna have chime problems for now. Let's see, we start by casting Rot. What are we casting Rot on? Probably this guy. Now we get a Bloody Moon for free. I'll take you out. Play this chime. So right now I have no benefit for playing extra spells on Eka's floor. I need to get Rot cast on this boss to live, I think. That doesn't help very much. We're not even getting through this guy with the spikes. Where's my good spell? Didn't show up. We die there. re-randomizing the run. We've got a Pyre of Entropy, Celestial Storm, Spawning Pods, Amorous Enoki. Okay, think about this differently. Third unique status, Propagate 2. This can be beneficial statuses, can't it? So I have access to regen right now. Regen, Troop, and Conduit. Let's see what we can do with this. I think I want the incant for Conduit effect, but I'm not sure. I might want this and go really wide. Because if it's like Eka, an Enoki, and a Troop, let me try Lunar Steward. Okay, this again. All right. Enoki first. Okay, I'm gonna set up the biggest possible troop at the top floor. That's the new game plan. This clears the floor, but I think I need to use the spawning pods to ramp up more. Get big. I also take 3 pyre damage there, but I think that's the better route to go for this. This guy's living by 4. No healers allowed. Not killing these guys doesn't bode well. He kills in 1 hit, so there's no use putting something behind him. I've got no like activatables or anything that make this any better. Try and hurt that guy, though. I'm really nervous about doing anything other than eager conscripting here. Because I think the boss just tears through this. No, we get him. Okay. Do not underestimate the mushroom men, I guess. Alright, we've got a few different wish list cards. These are not on our wish list, but I'll take a Bloody Moon. I'm pretty happy with it. Proliferate, I think, is good. So I'll nab that. I need more different buffs. That's true. Piles of regen are pretty good. I'm not actually losing troops in that encounter. All right. I think I want to lean more on Under Legion right now, but I might be able to find like moon cycle triggers if I go Luna. I think I want to get at least 1 Merchant of Steel before Archeon. There's only 1 Merchant of Steel in the run. But what am I stealing? I've got the Amorous Enoki. That's the only thing that's going to get buff. Now we need magic, actually. We need to go magic. Okay, Lunar Priestess is good. That helps us out a lot, because I think with that, we might be able to start to trigger our evolutionary instinct. Let's see. I want to make sure I'm hitting my spawning pods, and I want my spawning pods to be better. More power on Celestial Storm is good because it's a tune. So I'm going to give this little tag here. I don't want to keep both of these in the deck long term, so make one of them consumable. I don't know if I necessarily have a good intrinsic spell. And I can't spell chain yet onto some of the stuff. So, shield, spear. That's still ideal. I don't have an excess of units right now. I'm gonna lose at least one Witch Weave. And I think I'll drop one Spear Steward for now. So I can get more draw consistency. I don't know where this goes. I'm not gonna take this challenge, I don't think. I'm concerned about not being able to access Celestial Storms if I happen to need them. And about being slower in general, actually. So the way this runs... We can deploy this crew up top immediately. And the entire game plan is we put troops in front of them and they win for us. And hopefully that's true. This guy gives us Moon Ritual. We don't have a preferred moon unless we need to Celestial Storm. But when we Moon Ritual this guy, he proliferates, which is cool. And when he proliferates, he adds a troop, which triggers Rally. When I play the ephemeral card, I Moon Cycle, which triggers this. So we've got this nice, like, triggers on triggers growing bigger thing going. There's a lot of guys here. What are you all doing showing up? This is not a party for you. I want to proliferate when I have conduit on as many units as possible, so I think I want to wait for that. The mushrooms. Witch Weaves are pretty useless for us right now. Because you really need to be contesting, like, more of the cars to make use of Witch Weave. Okay, so now we Moon Ritual here. We've now got full proliferate value. Alright, 460 versus a 5688. He does about 10 damage per exchange, is about 8 rounds of 50 damage. 8 rounds of 50 damage kills that. That's not even counting the regen. We've got this guy mega dead to rights. It's the first time that it's when they get the third unique status. All right. I wonder if that counts debuffs. Like, if it has buffs and debuffs, that would be 3 unique statuses. And then it'll propagate the bad status. Huh. I also need to think that in terms of applying bad statuses to enemies. Cosmic Bolt is kind of interesting, but it does the same thing that Celestial Storm does, just does it to one target instead of the floor. Let's see. Pandemic is kind of a winner, right? Because it's Decay and Sap on a single card. If I can find a third debuff to throw on people, it will cause them to propagate. It's playable to lower cards. And it's just like kind of a winning type of card anyway. If I get something like a Moral Mistress, she goes really hard with it. What's our third debuff? How are we getting a third debuff onto enemies? Third debuff onto enemies, third buff onto us. What can we do Is there anything in Luna? So in Luna, we're applying conduit to our own guys all sorts of ways. That's cool. So we have ways of getting conduit. We have ways of getting regeneration pretty passively. Mage Blade is a status. So if I think it is. Oh, wait. I need to double check this artifact. Artifacts, under Legion. Third unique status effect. Status effects should include things like multi-strike, and Mage Blade and stuff like that. Is like you can't silence out of Mage Blade because it's colored yellow. Like you can't silence things out of multi-strike. Any effect that is in green is a buff, red is a debuff, yellow is a status. But I'm not sure if it will count as a unique status for the purpose of this propagate. The Under Legion. What else can we find other than troop, regen, conduit? I don't want to decay or sap my own units, ideally, but if I did decay or sap my own units, they're going to propagate in this case, which is not always good. It's kind of stuck. Oh, you know, daze also doesn't proliferate, so I could daze my unit to trigger a proliferation. But if I've got conduit on the same floor, it probably kills my guy because I don't think there's a non-damaging daze card in Umbra. If I could find a Balm of Bellow, we might be able to do some kind of a trick where we put spikes on our guys off the Balm of Bellow extinguish, and then they'll all propagate off of that. That would go super crazy. But honestly, Balm of Bellow is probably one of those units you take every time. I'm going to take Pandemic in any case. It's good. Just a good card. Just a really, really kind of carry your ass type of card. Alright, I think I want to get a Moral Mistress to go along with just taking Pandemic. And that will let us kind of fight in the lower cards, in the lower cars in a meaningful way. I don't want to remove Consume from anything. It makes the Moral Mistress weaker if we do. If I did want to remove Consume from anything, it would be Proliferate. And then we could do like Eternal Stone, Smolder Stone, and then Proliferate every single turn for free. Maybe we do that? I mean, that is good. Alright, yeah, let's send it. Wait. Maybe we do this with spawning pods and spawning. This is probably better. Well, this is not every turn because it's not getting holdover. So it's as often as we draw it, but a free spawning pod, a free spawning pods, I do think is pretty good. We don't have an etch in the top floor. Do I get another plus 10 here, or do I just get a plus 10 on a Witch Weave if you have a non-useless Witch Weave? I'd like for more of my Witch Weaves to have options outside of the floor, so I'm going to take this upgrade. Dominion. I don't think I want this. This is the weird case where if I did go for it, we'd probably be asking for authority. But I don't... I mean, ask for authority is actually pretty reasonable here, right? Because I just put it on whatever unit I summon last to the top floor, and it will give me an extra unit on the top floor, which will benefit from Moon Cycle and Amorous Enoki, which is actually better scaling in a lot of cases. So, yeah, I think this is actually good, and I've never taken this upgrade before. It does give us the must-playable Dominion's Eye. So I'm going to grab this, throw it on the Lunar Priestess. Unfortunately for now, this is probably just going to give us Stewards. but it's going to give us a steward that winds up scaling a bunch. Okay, attack unit to the back. This will be a little odd. This might be difficult. I don't know. Okay, so the first thing that goes out is definitely the Enoki, and then it's Eka. The order that things are standing is a little tricky initially, but I think we're going to get to a point where this works out anyway. So the Lunar Priestess summons behind itself. Okay, I did not expect it to summon behind itself, but now we know. Put a Moral Mistress on the bottom floor with this, and I need to ideally find something for second floor so that Archeon doesn't stick around up here. But we got our free spawning pods, which kind of immediately makes this floor okay. I want to throw out at least one conscript down here to make Archeon move around. Let's see. Which we view? I think I want to probably Pandemic here, but it puts me off of another spawning pods. But it does kill this floor, right? Probably, yeah. Let's play into the Moral Mistress. She's really strong. But this Archeon does give us the peculiar situation of fungi in the back, which isn't actually too bad. We can take sap on this floor, it's fine. These guys are not really attackers. 20 damage. We can Moon Ritual. Proliferate the fungi stack. This gives us the 60 damage storm if we want it. But I'm not convinced it's important to play that right now, so I think we can keep scaling. I need to make sure the Enoki is able to take some hits, since everybody's going to take their turn on the front line here. I could maybe put the Steward out instead of playing the Vengeful Shard. I think that's like I could go either way on that. Because obviously this fungi is toast, but that's fine. It means I got the Moral Mistress forced to the front. Spreading this. I might need a Pandemic here to keep her healthy. Let me do that. I'm concerned about splitting my focus here. Like, that might not be the answer. Maybe I just need to turbo scale the top floor and not care about what's going on anywhere else. So now we got the Chosen Shield Bearer up here, which is a bummer, because now I have the spells I would love to cast. Let's keep this rolling. Oh, Propagate only increases the buffs on friendlies, and it only increases the debuffs on enemies. So, like, if I propagate the floor, it doesn't give him spikes. I want to save propagate for here. Try it like this. We've got Eka standing in front now. 2 damage from that unit getting through. If shield bearers get through, it's not a big deal. Okay, keep the moon rituals coming. Let's see. Bloody moon there. Yeah, I think here we just send it on that. Need to play the Dominion's Eye here. I think this is Pandemic on Archeon while I can still get the etch on him. Everything else looks pretty under control. Then I will Moon Ritual. You don't have Conduit. Into Spawning Pods. I don't think I changes anything. Okay, from here I should draw into the, what's it called? I should draw into my propagate card in a moment, right? Guess not this turn. This turn is Calcified Ember versus Vengeful Shards. I'm gonna drop the Calcified Ember and take 3. I don't know if that was wise to take that sap. I'm gonna undo that. I don't need the Moon Ritual badly enough to take the sap, I don't think. But I can still Moon Cycle to buff this row. Okay, we've got the kill. Take a Luna Cycle Staff. I feel good about a Prickly Puffball in the bottom row. So we've got a very strong Decay car at the bottom of the whole thing. I think I want Hell's Flame for sure. Our draw is solved by the Pyre of Entropy, so we don't need to take draw at any point in time, even though it would normally be pretty strong. Would it make them proliferate? No, not gonna. Oh, that's true. Yeah, actually putting the sap on them would have triggered a proliferate. Oh, shoot. Yeah, right. I had to wrap my brain around it for a moment. We're probably taking Pyre Remains here, so I think we need to take a lot of Pyre Remains. But also, Prickly Puffball is a very good unit to pick up upgrades on. Upgrade options are Prickly Puffball upgrades. Love to see it. Scrivener, what do you do? Draw more spells? Cool, we're taking the Scrivener. My unit drafts, I'm prioritizing units that are really good when I randomly put them in a car. No, I'm 5 gold short, I didn't do math. Oh, it's tragic. I think I'm gonna go for the runner-up Puffball and just give him HP. Do I need to do this now? When's my next Merchant of Steel that will actually take? Because I'd rather probably take this Herzl's Horde Celestial Alcove. Yeah, I don't think we're taking another Merchant of Steel this game. Our units just don't even get that much from upgrading. Alright, do I want the Moon Cycle benefit or the Conduit benefit? I think I want more Moon Cycling, because after taking the Dominion buff, I'm much more all-in on Big Chonkster Floor. This is kind of setting up one of the units on my strong floor to die, right? Nah, I can soak this on the spawn unit. The thing that is annoying is that this is the anti-mage dude. So we go Enoki, Eka. So Lunar Priestess is never going to call out the Scrivener, right? Yeah, she can only call out units that are in deck when she's played. And I don't want to delay playing her because I need to play Mushrooms. Okay. It's not like I can make a unit non-deployable or undeployed. So I'm not sure what to do with that then. I mean, I guess I get an extra spell turn 1. 3, 6, 8. Yeah, that didn't help very much. I definitely want to get the cycle staff out. See, I think we're looking at spawning pods here, so I need to make sure we're catching this this status effect. Okay, yeah, and now we're safe up here. We're safe. We're getting all the kills. Is there anything else I need to do? I think I play this with the consume, and it gets a lot to help out this guy. I'll get rid of one more of these and give up on the Scrivener. Oh, can't have you dying. Regen's 11. He's almost offset the corruption. He's going to get another 9 corruption, so he needs a lot more regen. Trigger his... Okay, yeah, the corruption triggered his proliferation earlier. Let's see. I'd love to stop bleeding higher health. Looks like I can probably get away with it here. I don't want to throw proliferate just to etch that floor. I think I'll just do this here. That is a 3 health guy. I don't have a way of getting that collector. Bummer. Keep on moon cycling. These guys get buff. Three more waves. The puffball is kind of getting dead down here, and I don't have a good healing spell for him. But we might just need to give up on him and move on with our lives. I am concerned that we're very bad at contesting any car outside of our main winning car. And we're redrawing this Dominion's Eye a lot, which is a big bummer. He's got Titan Skin 10, and we are not killing him. Oh, they're getting resolve for Titan Skin. I need to handle this fight differently. We need to set up second floor. Now, in a normal fight without the invasion, I could hold the Scrivener top floor, and they'd be okay up there. Okay. He's already proliferated. So by setting up on this floor, I only ever have to deal with these guys at Titan Skin 5. I'm gonna take a balanced approach on that. I have such a terrible time with top floor setups. Still got 6 damage coming at him. I could block with a mushroom if I want to preserve him. But I don't have a way of actually, like, picking him back up in a good way. Because I don't really want to spread out my conduits. But I can throw down one Eager Conscript and see if this gives us, anything better going on in a subsequent turn. Play Dominion's Eye again. I can't really afford to throw spawning pods down here or anything like that. Blocking 14 damage off of spawns requires 2 spawns, so I could do double Eager Conscript, and that'll set me up with Decay 10 on the boss. Probably worth. See, 61, 77. This boss is like 1100 health. He just doesn't do much damage. But I'm nervous. That play is unmistakable. That's easy to know. I'm gonna drop a pandemic on you. Oh, he triggered Proliferate on a lot of my units by corrupting them. That's funny. Okay, we got his backline killed with that. I think this is a decent posture because he does have a bit of decay on him. And I can't really cast a lot of spells into this. Okay, looking good. We got there. Oh, throwing a unit top floor and moon cycling would also have gotten me 1 more damage on the staff. So there's a technical optimization that I missed in that last round. Because the staff is a permanent effect. Both Moonrise and Cover of Night give me a Moon Cycle, and they're both Consume cards, which give me an Etch. I'm gonna take Cover of Night. It's not paired with a Calcified Ember. I like Mushroom Cloud here because it is a Consume, so it plays an Etch. And it gives me access to a big chunk of decay for its energy cost. I also just think it's a good card, in general. We're going left. We're going to hit the Merchant of Trinkets. I think there are a lot of artifacts that can help me. Fire Tap on Pyre of Entropy. Pyre of Entropy has a surprisingly high amount of health to it. Do I want to burn this candle at both ends? The other interesting thing about Pyre Tap is that any card that has Holy Stone on it becomes a free card. And we do have a few Merchants of Magic that we can visit. I'm gonna take it because I really don't like Breath of Heaven, honestly. Weasel. Okay. If we Fecundity on the Lunar Priestess, this gives us some really cool, weird benefits. It lets us moon cycle more often after playing more copies of her. And it summons out more guys. I don't have a lot of guys for it to summon. Out of these, it's probably the Split Anvil. Let us really throw some spell spam. This is a lot of cases where I'm not playing out my hand, but it could also be the Lightstone Casing. As a matter of fact, it could be both of those. Okay, now we're really going to magic shops for the entire rest of the game. We can get a third upgrade on the spawning pods. If we get holdover on the spawning pods, I think it's over. I think that might be enough to win the run. I'm not going to take this. When I have a decay strat, I think it's a really punishing trial. Okay, so. Oh, almost misclicked that. Setting up there. Got the Enoki. Got Eka. Got the Lunar Priestess with her summon. And her friend, the Lunar Priestess, who doesn't have another summon because I removed the other, what's it called? I removed the other, Spear Steward. I wasn't sure if I had, actually. Let's see. I think we let that go as it is. Because we need to kick off the spawning up here right away, pretty much. I'll pay 3 health to remove this. Okay, we do have these shield bearers coming through. Might be a bit annoying. Get this out. And a ritual triggers his propagate. We keep ritualing. Celestial Storm makes my hand free. Well, it makes the spells in my hand free. So, let's see. Just gonna drop that here. And then Pandemic onto one of these guys. Probably on you. Conscript. The rest of these plays don't really matter. Got this guy here. I still want to be able to play my moon rituals, so I'll be playing my moon rituals to another floor. I think I still play my spawning pods here. This saps all my units and proliferates them all. That was a good realization. Yeah, it's possible that I could shift this all to bottom train, but I do like this Puffball Moral Mistress train. Cycle around. I have to drop something here to kill this. Celestial Storm kills the Sapper. Let's see. Close might have proliferating this floor. I think I'm not quite there. Do this. Actually, a lot of these guys have triggered their proliferate, and I don't think they get it again. Wait, if they lose a third status and then get a third status back, does that re-proliferate them? It does. Yeah, okay. Actually, a few of these just never got to a third status, didn't they? Okay. Stealth is a status. These guys are so impossibly large. I think we're beyond a losing state. Am I playing a priestess here? I think I'm dropping my ember. I think we lose our bottom train. These guys don't do too much stacking nonsense. Let's see, 37 kills you, so I don't have to worry about his trigger. That also makes most of the hand free. We can actually try to preserve the Moral Mistress, so we can do Moral Mistress plays on the boss. Give you Conduit, get her Proliferation. Maybe Eager Conscript here. We've got the boss coming next. We're not going to redraw the Mushroom Cloud, so I think I like this. Okay. So, I think I need to play Dominion's Eye. Celestial Storm makes most of my hand free, right? I'll still have Vengeful Shards after that. Let me play this Pandemic and a few other cards. Do I want a Moon Ritual beforehand? We want a Moon Ritual over to Full Moon. We can drop the bigger Celestial Storm. Trigger another cycle. Pandemic on you. Witch Weave this guy off the table so that I can do that. I think that's the best way to do it. Alright, we gotta get through Reanimate 14. Looks like we got it. One last Proliferate for the road. Powerful. Get in our last Luna Cycle Staff triggers. Looking good. Cool. Hydrate up. Little stretch. Okay, let's see. 20 health and Conduit 4. This gives us a much better way of healing our Puffball. 20 damage to the front unit X times. Moon Cycle Conduit 1. The Aura Weaver can get called out of the deck by the weird Dominion nonsense I've got going on. But I've only got like one spare guy for that. I'm taking the Glittering Draught. I have an easy vision for the Glittering Draught. I think it's the Grow Room here for sure. Yeah, we'll just pick up 2 calcified embers. It's fine. Do we need Pyre Remains? We don't quite maximize the Pyre Remains, so I'm going to the Merchant of Magic. I'm kind of thinking like, ooh, Merchant of Magic, and then we go there. Sure, I'll take a second Grow Room. Do I want 2 Grow Rooms? I'd rather have a Grow Room and a Mushy Room, and have the lower floor be a Mushy Room. Overgrowth Carapace probably only gets my guy like a little bigger unless I take the yellow modifier. And I kind of want another red modifier to help me play all my friggin' blights. Like, I think I want more Ember after Kale. I don't know how I'm beating Kale, honestly. Because he's gonna... I think I'm setting up second floor on Kale, which means first floor is not gonna be killing. And I have concerns about that. I'm gonna take the Grow Room because it's gonna get me a bit more decay. Alright, double stack and permafrost. Double stack Pandemic is good. Like, really good. I don't think I need permafrost at all. I'll throw this on a Witch Weave, but mostly we want to re-roll to try and hit holdover. Didn't get it. Okay. Spell Chain's still strong. I think a Spell Chain on this spawning pods is still really good and well worth taking. Do I need an intrinsic? What do I make intrinsic if I take this? Or, if I take -2 consume, I get an extra etch. Let me do that so that I have more etch potential. And I'm just going to bump the power on Celestial Storm. And we're moving on. We still have more magic shops on the way. I think I probably need Celestial Storm in a couple cases in this fight. So I'm glad to get an upgrade on that. Enoki, Echo, Lunar Priestess, and so there's a Scrivener or the second Lunar Priestess. I'm gonna put a second Lunar Priestess up top as a priority over getting the Scrivener up top. This gives us more moon cycles. Of course, looks like I need to protect her from instantly dying, but that's fine. Get out our double spawning pods. Throwing out spawning pods second floor or pandemic here. What's killing this guy? He's dying at end of turn from decay. I don't know if Eaton triggers before or after decay. After the round of combat versus end of turn. Eaton should trigger first. Combat ends before the turn ends. Means this guy's going to pick up a lot of stats that I'm not comfortable with. Great. I have a consume card to throw here. After that 8 decay, I'm not concerned with whatever he gets. He can have lifesteal, it's fine. I think that spawning plods play is more important. Think. Think. 1 damage, 1 damage. Alright, I definitely want the grow room out here. Does anything compete with that in a big way? Not an unforgivably big way. Mostly just has to happen. I'm gonna throw this out to get the decay on these guys. Because if they're not decaying, I'm pretty sure they're not dying. Again, actually, maybe I pass on the Cycle Staff, or I pass the Grow Room to play the Celestial Storm here? Is this 115? I think I need that to happen. Is that passing on the Grow Room? Yeah, it's, no, it's not competing with the Grow Room, it's competing with the Cycle Staff. Do that there is correct. Then we Storm. That looks a lot nicer for me. And I'll decay you. Oh, man. If I had a fungi, I could play this Mushroom Cloud, and then I know exactly how this room works. Now I'm at a bit of a loss. Well, I'll get the moon rituals out here. That's easy. I think we're playing this Grow Room. Then I think we're just playing Vengeful, 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 AHP for that. And I'll go ahead and proliferate here now. If I could draw my Glittering Draught here, that'd be awesome. Didn't show. Okay. Maybe Scrivener finds it for me? How badly does it go if Scrivener does not find it for me? It's probably pretty bad, right? I'm also going to use Scrivener to block this attack. Yes! Perfect. That's what we want to see. And now I can play Witchweave's Disflor for real value. Alright, and I'm going to Cover of Night these guys so they don't die either. And then we continue the scaling. We pay 3 to drop the Ember. I think Cover of Night's a pretty great stealth card. Although if I had Moon Ritualed those guys in the same turn, no, they'd only have 2 statuses then. We're not killing this Chosen Bastion. He's kind of a bastard. Holy crap. He's just not going to go down. Well, that's what I can do to him, and I have to work. He's going to come through with a lot of lifesteal, right? He's going to be a problem. I have lost this unit before. He ate from both the Cherub and from Kale, so now he hits for 33. So he has to die right here. I'm going to not do that while my hand is full. I think I need Pandemic to beat him. Because that's 24 damage. Right? I'm almost certain I'm going to need this out here. It doesn't block the hit for 33. He's got 6 health left. Okay, Celestial Storm is the card that takes him out. I just need to save an energy for it. Jeez, this guy. Okay. Ugh. I don't think I have the means of keeping this car alive. So I can only bring out 12 health worth of conscripts. I have no healing spells here. Yeah, that's just a problem. Okay, so we lost the Moral Mistress a little ahead of time. I think I need to get rid of this in the back. Bring out the Cycle Staff. Pandemic should kill you. Everybody's got Conduit, right? They do. Okay. That all is what it is. Shield Steward up top. Okay, yep. Okay, now's when Kale's coming out for real. We found the Celestial Storm, which we really needed to have there, so that's good. many, many conscripts. Let's see. I think we witch weave here, and we should be good. I think we won the fight with that. This is really rough right now. We're struggling, but we're in it. Get the cycle staff triggers. They did play the cycle staff. Doesn't help me play the vengeful shard, so it doesn't matter. Still taking the damage. All right. Woo. Crazy. Fire of Entropy continues to fill our deck with nonsense. Okay, Racking Pain and Tome of Evergrowth. It's almost certainly the Tome of Evergrowth here. Because this gives me the ability to sap my own units, I should be able to trigger my own proliferates. With a lot more control. I also generally like it a lot if I can play it on the Puffball with the dualism. Goes pretty crazy with him. I think I go Merchant of Magic again. As much as Merchant of Arms and Pyramanes are tempting, I think the answer to this route is all power to spellcasting, go. I'm gonna go Max Lunar Steward. Got another Spell Chain option. Let's see. I could do Spell Chain -1 cost Bloody Moon, and I think that's very helpful. We could do Intrinsic Tome of Evergrowth for one. I think that's really great. Ooh, if I do Intrinsic Spell Chain Tome of Evergrowth, that means we get it on 2 units for free on turn 1. Let's see. I don't need to make this Celestial Storm cheaper because Split Anvil kind of makes it really good for me. It's fine for that to be expensive. I think I'm just going to give it another +10 power. Rank it up. Let's see. -1 cost. I might like -1 cost on Bloody Moon, but Split Anvil makes -1 cost a lot less interesting. We found a Holy Stone, and we found Double Stack. So Double Stack is not very interesting. Double Stack Cover of Night isn't too bad. This gives us 2 rounds of you can't touch this. The Holy Stone, I might have gone for Holy Stone on the other, on the Storm, if I hadn't given it the 3rd power upgrade. Get another consumable Witch Weave. I don't really want to be top decking Witch Weaves in my late turns. Alright, so duplicates. We could duplicate Cover of Night. I'm not that excited about that possible option. Duplicating the Lunar Priestess is kind of funny here, because it probably gives us 2 more Lunar Priestesses over the course of things, which is a lot more Moon Cycle triggers, makes us really, really fat. Let me see, I don't have the space for another Puffball. I don't feel good about defending another Scrivener. I could take a second copy of the Spell Chaining Spawning Pods. I think that's the strongest thing I can do. Yeah, it's a hugely strong card. It's a very strong triple upgraded card. Let's make that doubled up. I was also tempted to double up the Tome of Evergrowth, because it is intrinsic. With that being intrinsic spell chained, ensures that we get 4 casts of it in the first round. I'm concerned about these Ragewing Assassins, as I always am. Let's see, I just got an energy bump, so if I'm taking the Pyre Dampener, I'm playing over my previous energy constraints. A Thane Last to Fall has beaten me so many times. How much pressure am I feeling right now? This is my last fight before Seraph. And I do want good results at the Merchant. let's give this a shot. I really want that 400 gold. Go extra moon rituals here. And I think I can put out a shield steward, because the only thing I want to put out on this floor is a lunar priestess or a scrivener. Not actually concerned with which one of those shows up. Let's see. Go Bloody Moon here. A Tome of Evergrowth, you. And you. And humorously, when we put this on the puffball, because he's got dualism, he applies double stacks. Pretty great. Spawn, spawn. Let's see. Looks like we can bring out the cycle staff. I want to put it on one of the units that's the most spike resilient, which is either going to be the fungi or Eka. I'm considering Covering of Night here. It doesn't trigger Proliferate on enough units for me to play it, I think. So I'm just going to get the rally started. Oh, I actually didn't activate Evergrowth up here. Well, Evergrowth is a lot stronger once I've got Conduit on my units. And that proliferated the Conduit. Very good. Let's see, I think I might want regen back here to deal with the sweeps. Take one of them out. Okay, we are not doing enough damage to this Avowed Gladiator, and then some. It's nowhere near enough. So we Pandemic him here. I'm gonna drop the Scrivener to check for a better play. Yeah. So he's taking 99 damage at end of turn, which means when he shows up in the top floor, that's another 99 waiting for him. Drop this down here to get some decay on this Amalgam. So, takes 281. My head math is not doing me a favor here. Like 43 minus 28. Okay, so he is currently still living. Get the grow room in. Get the ephemerals up. We are on full moon for the attuned here, but I didn't help with that. I just need another 2 damage here. Unfortunately, we're going to Celestial Storm for the purpose of that 2 damage. Hate to see it. I'm just going to have this guy keep preserving his own health with regen. From the pressure that's coming through, it looks like he needs to have about regen 20 to be perfectly sustainable. Well, that's enough for that Amalgam to die on top floor, but we're not getting to the Collector in the back. And I don't think proliferating helps us, but we're gonna make it happen. Which does give that guy a little bit extra leeway, but whatever. This is a little too much damage pressure. We want to do Eager Conscript, Mushroom Cloud, which pretty much solves all of that nonsense. Okay, You don't have conduit. Actually missed his proliferate earlier. I should have been doing that a while ago. Let's see. Put a grow room down here. Since these guys are regenerating themselves now, grow room's more valuable there than it was before. Proliferate. This amalgam is not catching anywhere near enough damage. I don't want to sap my own units when I'm losing the damage race. Keep sapping down here, though. How am I killing this amalgam? Okay, this is working. I probably want to play Pandemic down here, but I have actually a lot of spare energy. Bring in some troops here. I think I cover of Night for more damage. Probably need a Pandemic first. I think Pandemicing him saves me some number of hits on my Pyre. As the sap is a little in excess of his health. Should prevent a good amount of damage. Cover of Night is so much stronger on this floor right now. That is where I really want to play it. I think we sap you, which keeps our Moral Mistress alive. So I don't need to play it down here. Yeah, I think we need a Cover of Night here. So the Amalgam goes upstairs, the Gladiator dies, this Gladiator dies. These guys, I'm not putting a lot of decay on. Yeah, we only took 2 damage because of the sap. That's good. Yeah, so once again, I'm not getting through to the second Amalgam. We're on full moon, so... that keeps us on full moon, and I think we just Celestial Storm on this floor where we do 360 damage with it. Crazy. Blood Moon you. Tap you off out of relevancy. Cool. Nice, nice. Feeling healthier. Build up more conduit. Play some shards. Switch weave doesn't matter too much. Okay, boss coming in. This boss has everything. She's terrible. She's just awful. Because she's got an incant mechanic, as well as, like, she's got incant, spikes, revenge. She's like the #1 boss you would like to see silenced. But we just play an etch to make sure we take out the rage wing in the back. The puffball is never taking out the prayer stone, which is why the boss is healing here. But the puffball is helping us deal with the amalgam. So I want some regen on him. Get our cycles in. We're letting an amalgam go up, but I think if the boss gets through floor 2, we lose the run, so I'm kind of fine with letting that amalgam go. Let's just get more regen. We've got like 50 regen on the floor, so I think spikes doesn't worry us. The only worry is the Prayer Stone's revenge effect gives the boss more attack damage. So the boss winds up getting to a point where they hit really hard. It didn't take him too long to get through that regen. Okay, looks like we win. And this is definitely one of those fights where when you're winning, don't touch it. I'm just gonna get my cycle staff optimization in. This is for fun. I just want to click stuff for a little bit and like kind of chill. Run's going pretty well. Good to have you back. We're scaling. Most of the damage we've been taking is self-inflicted. Let's see. Hexcalation, Lunacy, Tidal Turning. Lunacy is very good for our current build for a lot of reasons, but it might need to be Tidal Turning. Do we have a Merchant of Magic? We have a Merchant of Magic, but it's not on our Pyre Remains. And I would love to visit our Pyre Remains. But I think we gotta go to this Merchant of Magic anyway. Lunacy does not have Consume on it, but Tidal Turning does. I'm up against Chosen of Dominion. I think I need this. I think I need that much healing. I like the Mushy Room a lot. Truffles is interesting too, because we're not using very much equipment, and if we find like a Mage Blade or something that goes crazy, I'm gonna take Truffles. I'm gonna be a little greedy about it and take Truffles. Going this way? What are my options? Double stack Permafrost is not what I want to see. I'd like to see a Holy Stone. I'd like to see like Holy Stone or Holdover. But I might pick up some of this stuff before I move on. So if I could get Bloody Moon to hit a little harder, we might need that. Cost reduction. Cost reduction doesn't feel great while I have the Split Anvil once again. Holy Stone. Give me Holy Stone on... I have Consume removal. Remove Consume from Tidal Turning. -2 cost on Tidal Turning. Holy Stone Pandemic. Plus 20 magic power and Consume on Tidal Turning. Okay, it's a really good magic shop. I didn't check the Merchant of Trinkets first, which I was supposed to do. Oops. This is not a very good trinket shop. We have no access to Spell Weakness right now. We have nothing that makes Jackstrips cooler. It's very, very bland on its own. So Jackstrips in this setup probably removes some Reanimate units, and we might want it for that reason, because that's a decent thing to do. But I think we just get a better hit after a reroll. Okay, Trader's Quill is actually really good. We have a ton of Consume cards. All right, Empyrean Well. I think we might be duplicating our Tidal Turning. Yeah, this Tidal Turning can kind of make our floors not die, and that's important. As a very clutch pull. All right, let's go. Chosen of Dominion. The shrooms are shrooming. Moon is mooning. Yes, indeed. Indeed they are. Get a little extra light. Let's see. Maybe this too. All right, yeah. Okay. So, as it has been, let's not misclick that. I never looked for a dualism on the Moral Mistress, but she's pretty strong with it. She brings out truffles. I think she brings out truffles every time, actually. I want the grow room out. Definitely Tome of Evergrowth here. Start stacking regen. He proliferated immediately on that because he picked up corruption. I'm not sure what corrupted him. I actually do not know. Huh. It's fine. Corruption happens against this boss. He just does that stuff. Get the second grow room out. Get the second Tome of Evergrowth out. We throw down conscripts. More conscripts, more conscripts. Etch. This might also catch some corruption for us, which is nice. And then we come up here. Oh, fetch. Found a mind cage. A Scrivener. Awesome. I'm gonna mind cage my Scrivener for free. That's cool. Title turning. I'm gonna let them take this hit, which is gonna give them 8 corruption. Do I want to do that? No. I'm gonna throw one spawner up here so that they can soak the Eternus hit. And then the other one down here. Let's see. I think I also consumed a Witch Weave here for the extra decay. We throw that Eternus for 11 damage. Show me proliferate. We have title turning again. Cool. I don't have anything. No, I do have my Celestial Storm. I might want to play that with the Full Moon Attunement. Although it's only valuable on this floor and only barely, right? Okay. That on more units. Proliferate. Give me a spell. Spawning pods, eh? I dig it. Okay, regeneration's going crazy. Love to see it. I'm going to consume this just for the etch. Let's see. I could maybe put a Lunar Priestess back here. We're getting the Chosen Supplicant dead. That's very important. I think in this case, if I cover of night, it only proliferates on one unit right now, so I don't think I need to do that. But I'm definitely going to title turning here. I am comfortable with this, though. Oh, consuming card, dealt 30 damage, he's dead. Yeah, Trader's Quill was pretty good to find. How are we doing? Okay. Not holding up super great down here, it seems. Yeah, I think this corruption doubler probably kicks his ass. Oh, I triggered proliferate before putting conduit on her. That's bad. Don't do that. But I think I might need to get conduit on my bottom floor. Do I actually want to count up this damage? I think I actually need to decrease enemy damage here. definitely put that out. Okay, so he's dying from full, so Glittering Draught won't save him. It's just too much pressure. This is why, like, I kind of need the Titan Stone upgrade for him to stick around. Oh, well, we found Pandemic. Love that. Definitely Pandemic boss. Oh, I see how he got corruption before. I consumed something on this floor, it killed one of the Greeblies, and they corrupted him. Moon Ritual, Moon Ritual. Nobody on this floor has 2 statuses. These guys are dying. Okay. So our bottom floor is going to collapse, and we really need our second floor to win the fight. Fetch gets me a Carapace. Unfortunately, Carapace doesn't save that unit. I can play it here, so I suppose I will. Alright, we go to Full Moon. That's, that play is, like, undeniable, I think. He is got 0 attack, so I think whether or not I out him is not a big deal. Like, whether or not I get through those reanimates. Pick that up. Got basically no way of preventing this damage. Is what it is. Let's see. I'll drop the other Moon Ritual. Show me a spell. Mushroom Cloud. I wish I had that over on this floor. I could have rerouted the turn to Mushroom Cloud this floor, but that's like advanced knowledge of RNG. I'm not going to worry about it. Can we live with this? Okay, yeah, we living. That's fine. I don't want him in the deck anyway. The Scrivener is eventually going to die, and this Lunar Priestess is going to get pretty big, and she might actually tank on that floor for a while. So that's pretty cool. I can lose 1 troop stack for this damage. I don't really want to redraw Mushroom Cloud, so I'm going to do that. I'll take that trade. Okay. Rest of this doesn't really matter. It's funny that Truffles into Mind Cage is actually a decent pull. Let's see, we're on Full Moon. Taking 68 damage over here. Alright. Youch. I think this Pandemic is my only consume card. And I do want to decay these guys. Just kill this Supplicant in the back. Really nice. Idle Turning for another 60 armor on people. I've got no units with 2 statuses. This guy over here, funnily, has a status. So we can Evergrowth him for 5 sap, which is very funny. I don't know if it's actually good. It's just funny. Let's see. I might Witchweave the Gladiator just to try and punch him down faster. See if I can get an attack to spill over. Okay, this unit's corrupting out. Just kind of expected. Even Glittering Draught does not preserve them for more than 1 more round. They're not preserved long enough to spell weave again. So I'm going to let them die. Get rid of you. You represent 9 damage. I'm concerned that I don't have a plan to kill the boss outside of Decay and a Prayer. Truffles is dying. Why is Truffles dying? He's just corrupting to death. Can't do much about that. I think I need to Celestial Storm this floor so that I don't get flooded with Supplicant effects. Every Supplicant needs to stay gone. We cannot afford a Supplicant to stick around. Spawning pods this floor because our entire hope of winning the run hinges on this floor scaling to the moon. This gladiator is a problem. I can't really kill him any faster than this, right? Not really, no. Actually, putting the sap on him gives him more decay, although he gets regen as well. I imagine the decay outweighs that by a lot. This is 2 decay, which is 6 damage for 3 regen. He takes like 3 more damage on that. He takes 3 more, I take 9 less. And if he goes all the way through to the, if he goes all the way through, oh, I only need 2 more damage to stop him. I feel like I can probably find a way to do that. Okay. Spawning pods is the no-brainer, so I'm gonna play that out. This guy is taking 90 damage. I do not appreciate that. Evergrowth saps the boss, proliferates his sap, proliferates his decay. Tide turning here. Throwing down a second Lunar Priestess is enough to kill this guy. And I guess it brings the Shield Steward out of the deck too, so that's funny. I'm gonna Cover of Night here to avoid an Eternus hit. Should be pretty valuable to do that. Okay, last wave. I did take some Discordant Tolls. It's almost certainly a Celestial Storm down here. That gets rid of a lot of problems. Oh, I might actually need to play that up here. Hold on, hold on. Damn, I actually need to play that on middle floor. Look both floors before you cast those spells. Because we're not clearing, and that's a problem. It's taking a game a while to reload this. This is your fault, game. You're putting me through this. So go New Moon, back to Full Moon, Celestial Storm. Okay, we're still not clearing this Deformed Duo in the back. Are you kidding me? I'm gonna draw at you, so you don't die this turn, but he's still gonna die next turn. Idle turning for a bunch of armor. Yeah, this guy gets through. I'm gonna sap him lots. Alright, I got Tidal turning back, but I didn't get Celestial again. We win the fight. Oh boy. I'm gonna thank Tidal Turning for this victory. I think that is entirely what did it. It's being able to throw like 90 armor on my entire board. Kind of a big deal. Which we do. Let's see it. Ugh, that was exhausting. Because we really don't have a singular carry, we don't have any kind of multi-striker. Hello there, Mephadil. Welcome in. Oh yeah, like the guys who went up top? Probably. That's true, that's true. Yeah, you can do a little backseating, it's fine. I seldom listen to chat anyway, so I don't think it's a problem if people suggest lines of play. Because I usually do the thing and then look over. But honestly, like, remembering to do every optimal thing in this game is really exhausting. Okay. Got the puffball. Where is the Moral Mistress? The Enoki comes out first. And Eka. Then the first Lunar Priestess. And I bring out the second Lunar Priestess who brings in truffles, and we drop the Scrivener. Alright, so I think I'll be doing a lot of things same as usual. Opening with Tome of Evergrowth there and there. I think I'm Evergrowthing on Savagery this time instead of on the Prickly Puffball. I'm not certain about that. I'm going to drop my Consume Conscript here and my Consume Witchweave to get both of those etches in on these guys early. I think I still Evergrowth on this guy until he gets about like 20-ish regen. I don't know if that's going to help him out enough though. Eager Conscript here to block a hit. Let's see, I will Evergrowth that for the Propagate on the fungi. Let's see. Looks like we're probably losing our Scrivener here, unless... Okay, we're probably losing Scrivener here. Shield of Wing, does that save him? No, it does not. But Shield of Wing on a frontline fungi seems a little cracked. This guy's going to scale to an incredible amount of health. Yeah, I don't want to say immediately that wins us the whole run, but it does a lot. It does a lot. I think from there it turns into a Pyre health race. Because I don't have a good defensive line on the top floor. And my defense on the second floor here is also mediocre. Start spawning up. Alright, probably want a Pandemic here. I think I need a Pandemic onto the Supplicant to make sure he doesn't move on. No, Etch trigger means he doesn't move up. So that works. Let's see. How do we save the Puffball? Are we able to save the Puffball? 6, 9... presumably there's something we can tome to save the Puffball. Like, if we do this, drop that 12 attack, we're still getting killed? Oh boy. Pyre Light. Doesn't really matter which order we play that in. In that case, I guess I have to... If I want to keep the Puffball a little longer, I guess I have to do this. Eats the corruption off the front line. That's probably what was making the difference. Is whether or not I was taking that corruption. Get a Shield Steward down here. If I Cursive Entropy, it proliferates on 2 of my units. Is it just the 2? But Sap 4 is nasty. I don't think I can afford to take Sap 4 this early. I think we take the damage. $57 health is not actually that bad of a clock, I don't think. Okay, now we've got these losers coming in. We definitely sap you down to remove your attack so that he doesn't strike. We get our Grow Room up here, that's essential. Alright, we are clearing, that's good to hear. We are getting cleared, that's not great. Probably afford a Tidal Turning up here. It's not attuned, so these moon rituals only give it like +2, but we've got 40 coming across, 30 healing. Not what you like to see. Oh, whoops, I need to make sure this is going on new units. They're proliferating. We Celestial Storm here or here. So if I Celestial Storm here, it helps me push more damage on the boss, right? Oh, this is my blase Celestial Storm, isn't it? Well, I actually just haven't proliferated much. So let's hit proliferate. Okay, so now that helps me push a lot more damage on the boss, which is a priority. But I might need to be concerned about this assassin. If it's 10 damage versus 60, I gotta take the 60. I think I title turning here to make sure we get an extra use of truffles. And then I'm gonna start sapping here. Or do I sap here for the regen? Let's see. I mean, the regen scales up pretty fast anyway. Just gonna sap here to take less. Okay, getting into second rotation of Savagery. It's kind of unmistakable to me that I'm sapping Savagery here. Take 6 stacks of sap, please. Jerk. Okay, we are clearing the Chosen Assassin. That's very good. I think this double spawning pod's play on this floor is unmistakable. I don't think there's anything on this floor that I really need to sap. Just give myself a proliferate on that conduit. Cover of Night proliferates on 2 units here. And it's a moon cycle. And it will be lasting into Savagery showing up on the floor. I think that's a pretty strong play. I'm going to grow room here to keep the sap and decay growing over here. These guys are super dead. And that just is what it is. Unfortunately, I'm not getting Shield of Wing setups if I play that, which actually helps a lot of these guys live, so I have to not do that. Maybe we Cloak of Night our bottom floor to keep them around longer for etching. Okay, so I think the spawning pods play here is still correct. We need those rallies. Actually, if we grow room into Cover of Night, we've got like a permanently stealth Moral Mistress. That seems good. Regen will not will trigger after the corruption anyway, so I still can't save him. I missed a moon cycle, but I'm not going to be that like persnickety. But ooh, a Hef's Hammer. A Hef's Hammer? Does this even do anything for us? No, it's not like we really have more units to play. So this is kind of just 20 damage on somebody. But hey, 20 damage on somebody. Why not? Okay, so let's... that. Alright, I think we heal them up. Yeah, the stealth is going to stick around here, so the 5 damage is coming from the corruption effect that's going to come in, which unfortunately is going to do her in. Let's see what else we can do. Oh, you don't have conduits, so you're not propagating it. Let's get that fixed. I think I need to... I might want to start knocking off his spell shield soon. And I think he's on track. The one I'm worried about right now is probably Savagery, so I've only got 1 kill floor. despite worrying about him, I am going to give him a little regen in exchange for some sap. Putting a shield steward down here does not make that last longer. But a shield steward up here might get me an extra turn of truffles if I can draw the healing spell that gives him armor. Need to be concerned about Pyre health. Got a lot of problems going on. Not playing Curse of Entropies is costing me. I'm not sure I can afford to do that much longer. Plus, I could start drawing these. Where are my Holy Stone Pandemics? Do I only have, like, one? Right. Baseline, you only have one pandemic at a time, because it just consumes and replaces itself. Okay, so. Have an incant. Truffles is doomed. Even with Lunar Priestess coming in, I think Truffles still dies. And then I get Pyre hunted. Hate that. Stop scrolling down. I'm not hitting the scroll wheel. I need to start playing my Curses of Entropy. I've got to consume Witchweave here. I'm going to play that for an etch. For the non-consuming Witchweave, even if I knock these spell shields off, I'm not doing good damage to Dominion. The best damage option I have for Dominion is if I get a Pandemic onto him, I can buy like 3 turns of him not doing damage to fire. Okay, there's Tidal Turning and Glittering Draught. Kind of a forced play there. I think we're at a game state where most of our plays are forced and we just have to hope that it's enough. But I'm not confident that I'm getting through Savagery and Entropy fast enough. I think I'm just a little bit behind. Okay, we're actually clocking down Savagery here. That doesn't change anything. If Savagery's down, then presumably Entropy is at its last legs, and it's just Dominion. There's the Pandemic on Dominion. Into Pyrelight. I think we actually kill Dominion next turn and get out of this. And I think I can stop the Pyre... No, I can't stop the Pyre Hunter trigger. 17 times 3 is too much for this Tidal Turning to get through. So Pyre takes 5 from the Pyre Hunter effect. Next turn, I play Pyre Light and win. Oh, I can't Tidal Turn the Pyre, no. Nice as that would be. Oh, that was close. I haven't had one that I haven't had a victory that close since one of my Talos wins. Since the Talos Stygian win, where I only won because I was able to daze Dominion at the top. All right, cool.